Hey folks, Jim from Slick Cyber Systems. I want to show you some email stuff today. And we are obviously on my computer. I am in my quarantine manager, as you could see from our Eagle Wing service, which is a hosted exchange service. So, I'm trying to show you is good email versus spam versus bad email. So, let's start with some spam. How about some official Santa letters? Boy, yeah, that looks like really quality from finecolors.com. Can we tell that's an overseas thing? COLOURS. So, yeah, that would be some good spam garbage. Health insurance. How about a wall vacuum trimmer? So, this is spam, folks. There's a satellite TV thing from grayspaniel.com. Yeah, this is just brilliant, marketing. Not. So it's spam is email that's coming to you that shouldn't be coming to you that you didn't ask for. So now that I've shown you that, I want to show you this: the classic Outlook support fix incoming email issue. Oh my God, my email's not working. Wait a minute, I have email here. What the hell do you mean it's not working? So, let's take a look at this closely, shall we? We see that it's from Outlook support in quotes. Well, I could put anything. I could put Joe's Bar and Grill there if I was sending you an email. I could put just about anything that I wanted to do. It's simple to do. So now let's look in the parentheses of who it's coming from. So let's look at this piece first. So Microsoft, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's gnarly long, dude. But here's the real dead giveaway of this at Xbox.com. Now, if you are having email issues, first of all, you wouldn't be getting the email. Second of all, Microsoft is not going to be sending you an email at Xbox.com. Yes, they make an Xbox. No, you will not get an official email from Microsoft at Xbox.com. So, they're sending it to, an email address that is valid, but then you start to look at the body of this thing, and you realize of how, sloppy and messed up it really is. Guys, this is true 110%. This isn't spam. This was a hacking email or a phishing email, actually. There was a link that was in here, and they were trying to get this confirmation had a link, past tense, and and this was a link here. See, click below and fix now. Yeah. If you would have clicked below, if our system wouldn't have stripped this out, which it did automatically, thank goodness. But had it not, and I was able to click on this, you would have seen, you would have clicked on an email, a link that would have taken you to a bad website, and you would have been infected, most likely with a keystroke logger, which basically monitors every key that you're pressing on your keyboard. So that way they can watch over time, or they're not physically watching. They have computers, they're called bots. Programs that are actually watching your keystrokes. They're looking for credit card information, personal information, driver's license numbers, anything to steal your credit card information, banking information, or your identity, because that makes them money, and they're pig swines for doing it. So I've got other words, but I can't use them now because I want to keep this G-rated for the most part. This is just despicable when I see this kind of stuff, but it's just oh so common. So classic example, guys, of what they call a phishing email, PHISHING, phishing. So they are phishing for suckers to click on their garbage and get trapped. Now, if you don't have an Exchange server with some decent protection like our Eagle Wing Exchange, you're in a world of hurt, because that would have come in with the links fully intact, and if you would have clicked on it, you would have been infected. Here, fortunately, we can't even click because our systems were smart enough to remove that. Guys, it's not a perfect system. it works most of the time, but there are ones that get through. I mean, this is a cat and mouse game, where we the IT people, good IT people, are trying to prevent the quote unquote bad IT people from taking advantage of you. And when no sooner do we get ahead, they figure something else out, and they get ahead a little bit, and then we figure that out, and we get ahead of them, and it just goes back and forth and back and forth. So, it really is disgusting, but that's just the way it is. Now, good email can also get trapped by this. I know there's definitely got to be something in here, some Dell Partner stuff that came in that may or may not be right. Lucky Orange reports that is a real one. It's actual statistics. So, typically I would be clicking on that and clicking release to let that go. Yes, this is another one, and there's probably another one below that because I have 3 different ones. Hey, how about that? And they're going to end up in my email. But the rest of it is looks like absolute positive garbage. So, highlight, remove, goodbye, out of there. So, the things that I'm trying to give you as a takeaway is just very simple. Use common sense when you're looking at an email. Obviously, if you see something, Russian women date, there's a good one. Or FedEx. This is another classic, guys. Worried about stolen package. So, this is a tough one. FedEx and UPS have been plagued with people, and it's not their server problem. It's just the thieves out there trying to take advantage. So, this actually does look like a real message.fedex.com. I would have to make sure the message.fedex.com is indeed real. How would I do that? I would contact FedEx and say, hey, did you put out a message that says worry about stolen packages? And do you send them from, at message.fedex.com? If they say no, then guess what? This really is spam, and we just got saved again. Now, I'm not even going to take the chance. I'm going to simply delete it. So, it's really, again, common sense. Another classic, that you want to consider is spelling. A lot of these bad people are foreign, and the foreigners can't speak English very well or type it. So consequently, you'll see some really strange messages or spellings of words, or the grammar will be horrible, or it may just be a little bit off. But if you see grammatical errors, spelling errors, that sort of thing, no major professional company is going to have grammatical and spelling errors as it's dumping stuff out. And I'm not saying they're perfect, but when it's you bad email, come here, obviously that's a foreigner. So I'm kind of laughing at it, but it's not funny to me. I really I get disgusted and offended by all of it. So bottom line is, folks, use your common sense. If you did not ask for the email or do not know the person that sent it to you, don't open it. Even if you do know the person, but it looks strange, like an invoice attached, that's a very common one nowadays, don't open it. Just hold your shift key down and hit delete. Do not open it at any cost, or somehow drag it into your, I don't know what client you're using. I use Outlook, so the way I teach you how to do it could be different than what you're using. So, it's look for spelling, grammatical errors. That would be an indication of not just junk, but phishing emails. So, and then I'll say one last thing, and that would be about the people calling. If somebody calls you and says you have a virus on your computer, no one is going to call you, let alone for Microsoft, which is what they always use, the classic Middle Eastern tactic. And or Asian tactic, and they will say, hey, this is Microsoft calling. My name's Fred. No, your name isn't Fred. You're not Microsoft. You're nothing but a pirate, and you're trying to take advantage of someone. So, and if you want to play with them a little bit and have fun and make them hang on the phone for 20 minutes and then hang up on them, I mean, that's your prerogative. If I were you, though, I wouldn't play with the devil. I would just hang up and call it a day. But if you need help, virus help, you contact an IT professional like Slick Cyber Systems. Don't try to take it on yourself. And certainly, calling Microsoft, they're not going to fix your virus problem or whatever problem you have, or Apple's not going to fix your virus problem. We had a gentleman call the other day. He had 4 Apples in his business, and he had somebody maliciously come in and plant keystroke loggers on all of them. So don't think just because you run an Apple that you're safe. It doesn't matter. Linux, Apple, Microsoft, doesn't matter what the operating system is, guys. It can be easily hacked, easily taken advantage of. Even Raspberry Pi stuff it can be hacked. So don't have a false sense of hope. And quite honestly, I don't care what operating system you're running. Make sure you have the proper protection, a good firewall, or unified threat management appliance on the outside, protecting your entire network inside. And putting a firewall in your local computer is quite honestly stupid. If they get that far, they're already too far. They've already touched your computer. You're done. So I know it would be if I tried to hack yours. So get a good unified threat management appliance like a SonicWall on the outside. Yes, they're a little expensive. They're worth every penny. It's protecting you. So if you don't care about you and your personal information, well, then don't do it. But if you do, I would do something about it. And then for your computer itself, on my computer, I happen to have Viper and Malwarebytes both that I happen to use, and that's my 2 programs of choice. One is doing antivirus, the other one's doing anti-malware. There's a little bit of crossover in between, but that. Do it right, and I don't care what OS you have, you won't have a problem. And if you use that with good common sense, you won't have a problem. So, you don't know what it is? Don't answer it. Bingo. All right, folks. Jim from Slick Cyber Systems. You can give us a shout at 570-371-5800. Option 1 will take you to the Slick Cyber Systems company, and option 1 again will take you to sales. And you could also visit us on the web at www.slickcybersystems.com. You could also email us if you so choose at sales@slickcybersystems.com. And hey, we might just answer you. No, we'll answer you, I promise. All right. Hopefully you found this enjoyable and informative. And if so, let us know. If there's any points that you want to make that we didn't make or forgot to make, we are human. Let us know. Take care, guys. Cheers.